To move. Leader of the Opposition. The Right Honourable Ed Miliband.
Mr Deputy Speaker, this is the Chancellor's fourth budget, but one thing unites them all.
Order. Chancellor should move the amendment to the law. The Chancellor should move the amendment to the law. Just move forward. Okay. Understand? The question is that the amendment to the amendment to the law with respect to the national debt and the public revenue to make further provision in connection with finance. 2. That the resolution does not extend to the making of any amendment with respect to the value-added tax as so to provide. A. Zero rating the supply acquisition in proportion. B. The refunding the amount of tax. C. Any relief other than relief and that 1. So far is applicable to goods and applies to the goods of every description. And 2, so far as applicable to services of every description. I now call the Right Honourable Leader of the Opposition, Ed Miliband.
Mr Deputy Speaker, this is the Chancellor's fourth budget, but one thing unites them all. Every budget he comes to this House and things are worse, not better for this country. Compared to last year's budget, growth last year, down. Growth this year, down. Growth next year, down. Growth in 2015, down. And all he offers is more of the same. Higher borrowing, lower growth, and more of the...
Order! I think in fairness, and quite rightly, expected the Chancellor to be heard. I certainly expect the Leader of the Opposition to be given the same courtesy. Ed Miliband.
Mr Deputy Speaker, they don't think growth matters, but people in this country do. And all he offers is more of the same, a more of the same budget from a downgraded Chancellor. Mr Deputy Speaker, Britain deserves better than this. And I do have to say to the Chancellor of the Exchequer, he almost need not have bothered coming to the House, because the whole budget, including the market-sensitive fiscal forecasts, were in the standard before he rose to his feet. And look...
Order! I cannot understand an opposition that doesn't want to hear their own leader. In the same way that the opposition didn't want to hear the Chancellor. The one thing I can guarantee that the people in this country want to hear what the honourable gentleman has got to say. Ed Miliband.
To be fair to the Chancellor of the Exchequer, Mr Deputy Speaker, I'm sure he didn't intend the whole of the budget to be in the standard before he rose to his feet, and I hope he will investigate and report back to the House. Now